any other putter, but a putt-putt putter's gonna putt it in a puddle of. But a putt-putt putter is a much better putter, 'cause putt-putt makes it fun. So putt-putt for the fun of it, putt-putt for the fun of it. So bring a date and your brother or your mate and your mother and putt-putt a hole in one. Putt-a-putt-a-putt-a-putt-putt, putt-putt-putt-putt-putt makes it fun. So putt-putt for the fun of it, putt-putt for the fun of it, putt-putt for the fun of it, putt-putt for the fun of it.
Hello everybody, and thank you very much for your time today. And today I'm coming to you from Lexington, North Carolina. Yes. Alright guys, we are at the Beeb's mini golf here in Lexington. Now, this was actually something that was mentioned to me in the Retail Dead or Alive group. I was actually up in this area and I posted, hey, any dead malls, anything like that, abandoned strip malls, stuff like that. And somebody actually mentioned that there was a creepy abandoned mini golf place. And while the front certainly isn't creepy, the back might be considered a little bit creepy. And so we're going to go ahead and walk around here. Now, I don't know the history of the Beebs, but it looks like this is something that maybe died in the 80s or 90s. The wood seems to be very rotted. But what's really cool about this is that obviously this had a great history through its years. Probably a place that a lot of people and a lot of families, dates, friends, whoever used to come and play. And I think there were also batting cages in the back and maybe on the inside here. Maybe there was a little arcade back in the day. I'm not sure. There wasn't a way to get in and there were no windows. And of course we don't go pulling on doors and breaking into places. Somebody obviously is mowing the lawn here at the Beebs, so that's certainly cool. Somebody was possibly drinking some alcohol here at the Beebs, so good on them. Hopefully they were not drinking and driving. But one of the really nice things that I like about this place is that you can tell that the mason that actually did all of the holes and the greens, that might have been the person that actually was the owner, because everything's basically handmade. You can see it's hand troweled. There really didn't seem to be anything fancy. Maybe back in the day there was a windmill or maybe a loop-de-loop to go ahead and put your ball through. But a very simple, old school mini golf course that I really wish was still here, and I'm sure a lot of other people wish was still here. Now, there was a really cool sign back on the main street where this mini golf location is, because across the street from here, there's actually a school now. I doubt very highly that that school was here way back in the day, because there's really no parking on the street. I'm not sure if people used to park on the street and then walk down, because this is kind of like down in a ditch in a hill. So for those of you from the Lexington area, please let me know your experiences here at the Beebs. And actually, as we walk around here, we're going to go into the back in a few moments. We're actually going to see that the Beeb sign was neon back in the day. There's the little risers and the holes in the wiring for where the neon would have been for the sign. So another really cool aspect. And yeah, let's go ahead and continue to walk around here, heading down the steps. Now, I assume this was maybe a 9-hole mini golf. I don't think there were 18. Looks like somebody brought an ashtray to the Beebs, so it probably was a leftover ashtray that somebody was using. And if you hear in the background, we've got a storm going here in Charleston, South Carolina. And yeah, just take a look here. Somebody really took their time and actually made this just a nice, simple golf course. Something that the family can enjoy. You got your little humps right there. The ball would maybe go flying over and out of the green area. Looks like there's a bunch of mess. Maybe some people piled things up and maybe were having parties here back in the day. It looks like maybe there might have been a homeless person or two in the woods here. There's also what looks to be almost like a tree house in one of the areas that we're going to see. I think this was the area where the batting cages possibly were located, because that sign on the main street, I think it actually did say batting cages. And yeah, there's the back. So I guess you would have gotten your hot dog, your popcorn, maybe a hamburger, and maybe there were some games in there. I'm really curious, were there games? Was Pac-Man and Space Invaders, maybe a pinball machine or two, hiding inside Beeb's back in the day for everybody to drop coins? Was there ice cream here? Yeah, I bet you there was probably some ice cream. Right, here's that little treehouse area. I'm not sure what this would have been, unless there was there you see some of the lighting. Unless there was some type of like shooting target, but this, or unless there was maybe a dunk tank. I don't know, maybe something back in the day. But yeah, a bunch of crates, or yeah, just a mess. Yeah, didn't bother trying to pull on the door. Didn't really want to take a risk that something comes running out. But everything's really overgrown. But it's still here. Concrete doesn't really fade away. It's got to be cracked and carted away. So I wonder if somebody does have some plans for this property in the future. And there's also a movie theater that folks told me was abandoned. That's actually across the street on the other side from the Beebs. And it didn't look to be abandoned. It actually looked like somebody was outside of it. They had a big camper set up. So I'm not sure if somebody maybe purchased that movie theater and is renovating it. If they are, certainly let me know. And there's the hill that goes up from where I assume parking was back in the day. And here we check out the sign. So a hand-painted sign, and then all the neon tubes that would have been there back in the day. Very, very cool. I love it. Absolutely love seeing places like this. Sorry that they're gone, of course. And yeah, I think I gave one pull on the door just to check, but yeah, it was locked up. So we're going to walk around just a little bit more. I know my mini golf, when I was younger, we had a few in the Central Jersey area. I wasn't really big on going to places like this. When I got older, I definitely liked it. And for those of you that have ever been to Myrtle Beach, you know that that's kind of like the mini golf capital of the world, I think. There are more mini golf places, and they're all like pirate themed. And so I actually have done some of those in Myrtle. So, all right, guys, that's our time here at the Beebs in Lexington, North Carolina. Just going to take a final look around. You got to get that ball right in between those domes. So, all right, but very cool place. And also, yeah, another call out here that I was actually mentioning when I was walking around. The wood probably was coated with creosote back in the day. Creosote, for those of you that don't know, is what railroad ties were coated with. Very toxic chemical. I think it's actually illegal now, but basically would stop any of the railroad ties from corroding and basically splitting apart. Not corroding, obviously they're wood, but splitting apart and rotting. And there's our steps up as our final walk up the hill. We're going to turn back around in a second, and I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. So let me know your thoughts of the Beebs and our little visit here, and also your history with mini golf and all the fun places that you used to go back in the day. And not sure if you can hear in the background, we got one of the dogs squealing. She wants to play, so we're going to go play for a little bit, but unfortunately it's wet and rainy outside. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for your time, and there's the Beebs. I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Give it one more chance.